weird because normally we don't have that issue, but we will talk and we'll work it out.
Maybe when we're done.
Yeah.
The website is kind of clear to me, but it's parks and recs, right?
Yeah, I'll show her. I can literally walk her step by step. Good morning.
There you are. Hello.
For those that want the speaker, it's off to the right today. So if you want to be closer to it.
Oh, I do. Okay. What's that again?
If you want the speaker, I have a speaker.
Yeah, that's easier to hear.
Yep. Well, everybody went that way.
Okay. I'll just have to watch you closely.
No worries. I'll try to be loud too.
You know what?
Or louder. I'll be available at the end of class to walk anybody through any kind of sign-in procedures that they need to work through, so I can show you the websites and all that. You don't have to rush. We're good.
Okay.
You don't have to rush.
I think I was bored rushing. I rushed it. I like to rush. I'm a rusher. I need to feel my.
You're right behind me. Okay. As we're waiting for about a minute, we'll go over the announcements. This is the last week of January, so I always try to get everybody to start signing up early for February because they do close the registration window theoretically, on the 7th. We say that because we found that they've sometimes left it open, but it's best to get it done by the 7th so you don't get locked out of the class. Now, I'm not going to say you can't come to class if you don't register. It's better to get it done that way instead of me having to go back and talk to them. We are going to be moving into our theme for February, which is going to be heart opening. So we'll be holding poses a little longer. If anything becomes uncomfortable for you, just come out of the pose for just a second and come back in when you're ready. Or I'll show modifications as we go. Are you guys good to hear me on that side?
Yes.
And you can hear me behind?
Yeah.
Let's take a few minutes. We'll set ourselves up, whatever position you'd like. Begin to turn yourself inward. When you're ready, slowly start bringing yourself back around. Welcome back, everybody. So our goal with call it a meditation moment, is to kind of stop and slow things down. We're not thinking about what we did earlier, what we have to do later. We're trying to be in the moment and stay in class. We're going to go ahead and get started today. We're going to take our right hand to our left hand behind for a spiral twist. Releasing the spiral twist, walking our hands forward, adding a little fold to the front. Walking your hands back closer to your body, pushing yourself all the way upright. Left hand to right knee, right hand behind. Spiral twist the other way. Releasing the twist, coming back to neutral. We're going to walk our hands back towards our hips, hands to the ground first. Let's bend the right elbow, left hand over the top, side bend to your right. Even if you go the wrong way, it is okay. Bringing the left hand to the sky, have the right hand join it. Palms face each other, pulling back, cactusing the arms and pulling down. Left hand down, bending the left elbow, right arm to the sky, side bend to your left. Coming back to the middle, one more time, left hand joins the right hand, pulling back, cactusing and pulling down. Releasing the arms. Let's bring the bottom of your feet together if you can. If this is uncomfortable, you can simply hold the cross-legged pose. Bottom of your feet together for a butterfly position. Sitting up tall first, thinking about bringing those shoulder blades together. And then hinging forward. You can choose to release as your body no longer hinges. Pressing into the mat, pushing yourself up, gently opening the legs, right leg out, left leg out. You can decide how far they go. We're going to place our hands together. You can call it a triangle, a diamond. We're going to hinge forward and then place that triangle or diamond on the floor. Allowing yourself to slowly melt into it. Reach out with your right hand to your right ankle or right shin, left hand to the left ankle or shin, continuing to hold. Hands to the middle to allow yourself to press into the mat and push yourself up. Let's bring our legs under us so we have our feet to the ground, knees to the sky. Wrap your hands around. Sit up tall and let's hug our knees. Lifting off the ground. Just off the ground. Bring both hands to the left knee. Allow that right leg to slowly work its way straight. Right leg back, left leg out, holding the right knee with both hands. Bringing the knees in, feet down, sit up and hug one more time. Hugging one more time. And let's rotate over. We'll set up our Sphinx pose. Coming around our mat, you initially will start at table, then slowly lower your hips and elbows to the ground, elbows down, fingers forward, head rests between the shoulders. bringing the hands under the shoulders. We're going to press back and up. Big toes together, knees tightly. As you settle back into child's pose. Pressing forward, initially setting up the table. Hips are over the knees. We're going to slowly go down to our elbows, keeping our hips over our knees. And if you wish to walk your hands out forward, you can for puppy pose. Your hips are over your knees. Begin to bring your arms underneath your shoulders, pressing into the mat, coming up and forward. Coming forward to up dog. Sliding forward, hips down, shoulders over the hands, head rests between the shoulders. If you have your head tipped up, tip your head forward, level your eyes, roll over the toes, and gently begin to walk back into a down dog. In your down dog, you can take a moment to pedal, moving the feet. Slowing down, finding stillness, pulling into your true down dog. Coming forward, we're going to bring our knees down gently, settling into our table. Settling into our table. Raise up the left arm. Bring the left leg around. Then you can put the left hand back down. Begin to push the right leg back as you desire. So the right hip is over the right knee. We'll leave that left heel down to the left foot. And you can decide if you want to split the leg or if you want to put both hands inside. This is an opportunity to bring the block into play. Use the block under your leg. It's for a modified split. Releasing the hands, releasing the block, coming forward gently, allowing the hands to come down. Begin to bring that back leg in. Release the left hand, left leg back. My apologies. Back to table. Lift the right hand, bring the right leg around. Right hand goes inside a right leg. Begin to push that left leg back. back, have that left hip over the left knee, right heel's down. Again, you can use the block underneath, or you can use your hands to the mat. Coming back forward, bringing your hands inside the right leg, bring the left knee up. Release the right hand, right leg back. We're going to start with our big toes together. We're going to take the right hand, reach under the left, bring that shoulder down, then slide back towards your knees. Then extend the left arm forward, shoulder pin, child's pose. Bring the left hand down a little bit under the left shoulder so you can begin to work yourself up. Taking a minute to release that right arm. Come back to that modified table, but continue to have your big toes together. Left hand goes under the right, finds the ground, and slowly slides back to your knees. Release the right arm forward as you desire. Right hand slides under the right shoulder, pressing up. Again, releasing that left arm. Maybe you wiggle it and move it till you find your feeling. Let's bring our knees together. Knees together. Slowly coming forward. Placing the head down gently. Palms going back. Reaching towards your feet. Palms to the sky for rabbit pose. Release the arms, have them come around under your shoulders. Walking ourselves forward one more time for up dog. Rolling over the toes, pressing back for down dog. Right leg around right hand. Split that right foot. Left foot comes to right, standing fold. Feel free to use the block to bring the ground to you, standing fold. Slowly, and whenever you're ready, begin to work yourself up to standing. There is no rush to get to the top. Take your time, level your eyes. Once you reach the top, take a minute, move your feet, grab some water. It did warm up in here. It was cold the first class, and now it's warm. Tried to work a lot of sequencing in the beginning on the ground, so you obviously know we're going to be standing and doing sequences standing. If at any point something doesn't work for you, please don't fall over. Just put your foot down. It's okay. You have the foam rollers that you guys use. I just laid mine down so you guys can see across the scene. To the front left corner of your mat, please. Hands pressing together. We're going to add a little warmth and movement, make sure we're ready. Raising up over the top of our head, leaning back. Swan dive down. Right foot back. Left hand inside a left leg. Left leg back into a plank. All the way to the ground. Whatever you'd like on the ground. Pressing up for up dog. Rolling over the toes, pressing back for down dog. Right leg around right hand. Split the right leg. And left leg to right leg. Standing fold again. Reverse swan dive up over the top. Feel like our bodies are definitely warm enough to continue on. Let's slide back to the left front corner of our mat. Bringing the hands together, big step back with your right foot. Finding your base, make sure you're settled first. Arms over the top. You can choose to interlace, or you can just hold the palms at each other. Leaning back slightly. Coming back to neutral. Release the left hand. With the left hand, let it work its way to the left side. And allow it to reach across the right hip and hold. Left hand back to the sky. Hands down to the middle. Let's settle the back foot. Settle the back foot in whatever base you'd like. If you want to come out for a minute, feel free. Once you are settled, bend that leg again. Hips come forward. Press the arms out to the side. Arms over the top, warrior one. Front arm out, right hand back, warrior two. Everybody's going to rock. We're going to be going into a half moon pose, so if you want to block, go ahead and bring a block, position it somewhere near your front foot so you can reach for it, and then come back to just standing with your arms level, modified warrior two. Just gives everybody a chance to get a block. Yes. Excellent. Bringing the back foot up a little more, still holding a slight warrior base. We're going to tip forward over the left foot. Your block can be in front of you. We're going to slowly reach either to the ground or to your block. Right leg to the back of the wall behind you. Right hand up. Half moon. If you cannot go to half moon, just index the back foot and reach. Either one works. Switching hands at the bottom. If you want to, you can have an option to switch hands. So it's a twisting half moon. You don't have to go down and hold as long, just as much as works for you. And slowly go back to the original hand. And slowly lower back to the ground, coming back up to arms level. Coming forward with the hands. Bring the feet together and take a minute to shake that out. Took some people right to their line. It happens. Picking a spot that you like on your mat. Normally I would say towards the right side, so you have room to move back left. Hands together. Reaching reaching back with your left leg. Release the hand and press out to the side.
Arms rise up over the top. Releasing as you desire. And a slight back.
And nothing big. Turning back to you.
Release the right
And
hand.
right hand begins to go towards the right hip.
And reach around.
Look to your left hip.
Release the right arm. Arms going back.
Up,
Squeeze.
hands down.
Take a
And
minute.
settle that back foot. Maybe you press up. When you're ready, feel free to press back in.
Bring the hips forward.
When you're ready. We're going to press the arms out again to the side. Press them on out. Arms up over the top. Warrior one. Front hand down, back hand back. Warrior two. Pressing into the mat, making your triangle. Again, if you want to bring that block towards your right front foot, bring the back foot up just a little bit so you have some room to rotate forward. When you're ready, begin to take the right foot, bend the right knee, working your way down to your block or the ground. Left foot to the wall behind you. Left hand stacks over the right. Your option to twist and use the other hand, it's up to you. If you've twisted, go back to your original. Slowly begin to touch down that back foot. Reverse all the way up. Arms level. Arms around. Hands to the middle. And step forward and shake it out. I know, we got some work going on today. Great job, everybody. Again, if something doesn't work for you, you don't have to do it, but you guys are doing amazing. We're going to work ourselves somewhere comfortably in the middle of your mat. So that could be front, it could be back, it's whatever works for you. Bringing your feet together, we're going to rise up on the ball of our feet. Rise up on the ball of your feet. And settle back to neutral. I was about to say, we want to bring the foam roller or the foam rollers in for balance. You certainly can. It's an option. So bring it into your left or your right. We'll begin by standing on the left leg. The right knee comes up. You're going to reach over with that left hand. Try to find that right knee. And then take the right hand out. If you wish to pull across with the arm, you can. It's up to you. Slowly coming back to neutral. Hands out wide. See if you can find your tree base. So maybe you slowly lower it, find the bottom first, and then maybe you slide up. And when your tree settles, add the arms. Right hand down first. Left hand down. Foot down. And take a minute to pedal. A little spiral twist while standing.
Going back to the
Feet together. Rising up again on the ball of our feet. Engaging the foot, the right foot, to where you can lift up the left knee. Right hand comes across the left knee. To work a twist. Modify. Leaving the hand on the foam roller. Coming back to neutral. Adding the arms out to the side. Beginning to find your tree base. Those arms out, tree base that works for you. Add the arms over the top. Arms come down, hands together, releasing the foot, taking a moment to pedal it out. Job well done. It's a natural break in the class, so if you want to get some water, you want to walk around, feel free. Not that you can't walk wherever you want anyway. We will be working our way back down to the mat for the rest of our class. So just a heads up, we will be going back down, so you may want to consider having the foam roller close to you. We won't need a block on the ground, but just making sure you have the foam roller available. From the right front corner of your mat, right front corner. Hands together. Work your way all the way to the top. Leaning back. Swan diving down. You guys haven't noticed, today has a heavy leaning on sun salutation. Take the left leg back. Right hand inside a right leg. Left knee down. Right leg back so you're setting up your table. Finding balance in your table, so make sure your hips are over your knees, shoulders are over your hands. It's going to be important for our next exercise. Take your right arm and extend it straight forward in line with your body. That means you're moving slightly to your left. Right hand down. We're going to raise up our left arm. You move slightly to your right. Left arm down. We're going to raise up our right leg in line with our body. Holding a straight line. Right leg goes straight back. Excellent. Right leg down. We'll switch to the left leg. Some of you realize where I'm going. I'm setting up bird dogs. Just getting you there one step at a time. And slowly coming back down to table. Back in your table, you can choose to do a little movement left to right, forward or back. slowing down any movement, finding stillness. Let's raise our right arm out in front of us. Lift our left leg behind us. Right hand down, left knee down. Left arm up, right leg back. Left arm down, right knee down. We're going to work to bring our left knee between our hands, and then push that right leg in a line with your left leg, and turning that right foot sideways. Then bring your left hand in front of your left knee. So left hand, left knee, right foot all in line. When you get here, feel free to bring that right hand in the line with the right leg and hold a modified side plank. Bring the right hand down first. Naturally bring it to your right. Rotating over, allow yourself to unline everything and come back to table. Right knee comes between the hands. Left foot lines up in line with the right leg. Right hand in front of the right knee. Left hand's going in line with the left leg. Releasing the left arm, coming to your left side, left knee down, coming all the way back. Let's find a child's pose that works for you. So big toes together, knees open, settling all the way back. Hands under your shoulders. You can choose to bring your knees together or you can keep them apart. It's completely up to you. It's a matter of comfort. We're working back to sit up tall. Sitting up tall. For those that want to experience a little more sensation, feel free to walk backwards. Just hold. Get stuck, I will come help you forward. To come out, I usually lean to one side and work myself back forward. We're going to set up to the ball of the feet. So on the ball of the feet, we're going to do the same exercise, but we're not leaning back. We're just leaning to engage our quad muscles. Wherever they'll start to feel a sensation, that's where I want you to go. So leaning back on the ball of your feet, just trying to lock up these muscles. From our class, they should be activated pretty quickly. And relax. And we're going to come around to seated, all the way around to seated first. I don't want to lay you guys on your back yet. When I flip you over that fast, I'm going to give you a moment to adjust. Placing our hands back, you can set the angle, so if you want a wider angle, you can move your hands if you want to bend. It is harder if you're closer, so you get to decide wherever that is. We're going to lift up our legs and point our toes, trying to level our shins to the ground. Notice that I added a little bend in my elbows to get there. Trying to come up with a modify for you real quick. Settling in and relaxing your legs. We're going to lay all the way on our back, posting our feet. So the feet are now knees to the sky. laying on your back. Hands to the sky, palms face each other. Palms are up, they face each other, knees are posted. We're going to take the right arm and reach over our head. Right arm, reach over your head. So reach the right arm over your head, just holding just off the ground. Just holding just off the ground. We're going to switch arms. So bring the right arm up. Let that hand point to the sky. The left arm goes just over your head, just off the ground. Left arm comes back up to join the right. Your arms are still pointing to the sky. You should have posted legs. We're going to extend the right leg out just off the ground. Extend the right leg just off the ground. Right leg down, switching to the left. We're going to extend the left leg out just off the ground. And coming back to post, so both feet are on the ground, your hands are still up, you're probably asking for a break. We'll be there in just 1 second. Right hand over your head, just off the ground. Left leg straight, just off the ground. Opposite arm, opposite hand. And we're going to switch. So post the foot to the ground. Switch the arms, switch the foot. And post the feet on the ground. Hands to the sky one more time, and then bring those arms down to rest those shoulders. They were probably yelling at me. You can rest the arms, you don't have to hold them anymore. One more ab exercise before we roll into some foam rolling. We're going to take our legs and point them to the sky. So feet up to the sky. The pointing is optional, but as long as your legs stay up, that's where you're going to feel that. Bring your arms to the sky, palms face each other. So they're facing each other straight up over your head. I'm going to have you just crunch up gently and hold. Hold for a few seconds, and whenever you feel like you're done, you can relax and settle everything down. That means you can put your feet down, you can put your hands down, but the crunch is as long as you wish to hold it. As you're starting to settle your legs down and bringing everything back down, you can come back to a seated position. We'll set up for some foam rolling. Because I know after that, I was like, I need some rolling. Legs were wobbling. We will start on the foam roller in our traditional setup of sitting on it. Now that I have everybody seated on it, let's kick out our left leg and just start rolling that left glute. So that left side of the back side, working this side. Feel free to bring the hands behind your feet. It's all about you finding that muscle. Since we're already on the left side, just turn to your left hip. Let that left leg go straight. Right foot across. That left IT band. So again, that left hip is on. You're rolling down, but we're not passing the knee. Those hands are there to support you. If for any reason you're not feeling it on your IT band, rotate and stack your hips on each top of each other to push it down. That's right, I started with the second hardest exercise right off the bat. Let's roll that side out. Excellent. We're going to be rotating over, so we're going to go to the left thigh only on top of the foam roller. So continuing your motion of turning, hit the left leg only. The other leg goes out to brace you. The knee can be on the ground. Everybody's like, what? Left thigh only. Left thigh only. Left thigh only on. You can use your hands, you can bend the knee, you can work just one thigh on the foam roller, laying on your stomach if possible. All right. Working ourselves all the way around to our stomach, so we're putting both thighs on the foam roller. Thighs are the top of the legs in the front. So around your stomach, having the thighs on top, both thighs rolling. Continuing in our journey on the thighs, we're going to go right thigh only, so that left leg moves over. Maybe it means you slide down the foam roller or you move the foam roller. Just getting that one thigh only on. Excellent. If I had asked this like 6 weeks ago, people would have been like, what are you talking about? That's all right. That's all right. It happens. We're going to keep working on it.
I can't do it.
You're getting there.
It's painful.
It's going to roll those muscles out that are really tight, the bands and everything in here.
Oh,
And that's what needs to be stretched. Right hip on, right hip on,
okay.
right foot straight, left foot across to set up the other IT band. So hip on, right foot. Even getting into it and just simply staying, that's great. That means your body's getting into it and working it. There it is. Beautiful. Right there. Yep. They need to be rolled. Working your way back around to the left leg out. Whatever leg you're going to come around to seat. It should be right leg out, sorry. Right leg out. Roll in the single glute. It's going to take a minute. And you can come back to seated naturally and relax on the foam roller for a second. Relieve those hands, or not. The foam roller may not be comfortable. Feel free to take the time to roll forward or backwards. I'm going to give you guys a minute to rest those hands. They've been working. Gently walk your hands back. We'll start with the lower back, so sliding down. Begin to work the lower back, so that's above the hip bone. It's right in that lower area where most people find they hurt or have holding from bending the wrong way. Maybe you're driving for hours and hours a day, and you finally get a chance to roll. You can proceed to the middle of your back whenever you're ready. So you're moving up a little further. At some point, you realize your hands don't need to be used anymore. You can choose to interlace them and hold the back of your head, or you can bring them across your chest. There's no wrong answer here. This is completely where you'd like your hands to go. We'll begin to work our way up towards the shoulders, but we're not going to pass the shoulders. If If you have a ponytail on or you have a hoodie, be mindful as you get up there. The foam roller could reach out and try to take that. Everybody's going to migrate up towards the shoulders. I'm not going to say the top of the shoulders, but almost in line with the shoulders. And then you're going to slowly decide if you want to do a very gentle back bend, meaning leaning backwards slowly. That's completely optional. Just taking you up there, letting you guys have the option of leaning back. Now you're going to slowly reverse everything. So you'll start up by the shoulders rolling and work your way back down to your lower back. So take your time, work your way back down from the shoulders down to the lower back. And once you get back to the lower back, come back to seated. No rush though. You find a spot, you can stay on it and continue to roll. As you guys are working your way back to seated, we will be working on the legs. But again, you can choose to stay on your back if you want to keep rolling. I was just trying to give you a full rollout before you go. If you're already seated, you can begin to roll your hamstrings. So rolling your hamstrings, releasing your hands back, bringing those hamstrings on top. Remember, we can do 2. You can do 1. Remember, you can turn left or right. These are all options now that you have. Over the last few weeks, you put together some training. You get to pick. That's good. As you feel like your hamstrings are done, you can slide down to your calf muscles whenever you're ready. It's all about your timing. When you feel like your calves are done, slide the foam roller to one side. We're going to set ourselves up for our Shavasana. Kick your feet out. Slowly begin to walk yourself down. If you don't want to lay down, you can sit cross-legged or whatever works for you. Working yourself all the way down to a position of comfort. Taking a few minutes to settle in. start moving the hands. Maybe there's some windshield wipering from side to side. When you're ready, feel free to work your way back to seated, but there's no rush. Welcome back, everyone. So, as a general rule, that's how the 4-week segments will work every month. You'll find that usually in the beginning of the month, it's a little easier. Classes get a little harder, until you get to the end of the month, you get a little challenge out of it. And then we bring in new exercises the next month and build again. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's class. I enjoyed teaching it. I hope that everybody has a wonderful and outstanding week. And I look forward to seeing everybody next week.